It's always a cagey affair when Exeter and Loughborough meet, and this time on the crumb was absolutely no different, as Josh Barton kicked off in what was bound to be an exciting match as top of the table Loughborough visited Exeter at the Rubber Crumb. The first chance came the way of Exeter as Niall Armstrong put a box kick up long and Ben Hamsley managed to draw a penalty out of Loughborough winger Harry Rowson. Josh Barton then put the ball into the corner and Exeter an attacking opportunity just 5 minutes into the game. Thrown to the back, Ross Vincent took down the ball and Exeter set up the strong ball with backs joining in as well. Despite the ball getting hauled down just short of the line, Exeter managed to draw the penalty advantage and played from there. Carries initially from Dan John, then Ross Vincent, and then finally Archie Owlett gave Exeter front football, heading towards the try line. Once the opportunity came, Josh Barton wasted no time in firing the ball out wide to fullback Dan John, who dived over in the corner for his first try of the season. With a difficult kick, Josh Barton managed to add the extras to put Exeter 7 points up early in the game. It wouldn't take too long for the boys in green and white to get their second try of the game, as back-to-back penalties initially from Dan John, and then this one from the line out from Sam Higginson gave Exeter a 5-metre line out. Higgo once again won the line out and Exeter raced towards the line. Despite getting held up initially, the ball eventually began to splinter and hooker Ollie Burrows managed to scrummage his way over for his 6th try of the season. Barton once again added the extras and Exeter had a 2-try score lead. Loughborough, not to be outdone though, began to show their class, as this 50-22 gave them attacking platform inside the Exeter 22. The ball was set up and managed to drive towards the line, inching its way closer and closer. Eventually, Loughborough decided to use the ball under the instruction of the referee, and this lovely break from winger Harry Rowson, brushing off 2 defenders, and a great offload away to the winger Will Sanders for the score. Reece Malone added the extra conversion to bring the gap back down to 7 points. Loughborough began to get a stronghold on the game, but Niall Armstrong's disruption made an end to that. This turnover from him and then Ross Vincent gave Exeter attacking ball as after the tournament ran towards 22. It wouldn't take long for Exeter to capitalise as the ball bobbled out the ruck. Niall Armstrong dummied, found the offload way to Kofi Barton Byfield, who skipped past the fullback and scored his 7th try of the season. A straightforward kick for Barton and Exeter restored their 14-point lead. Just a few minutes later, Loughborough once again had the ball towards Exeter's line. This time it resulted in nothing as Dan John defused yet another high kick, this time calling the mark to defuse the issue. Exeter had one more chance before the half. Coming off the back of the scrum, Max Courses made a strong carry in midfield, but despite that, Exeter began to look to go backwards as Dan John started to run into trouble. This was no matter though, as eventually Ollie Leatherbarrow restored forward momentum and Josh Barton managed to call the ball wider. He gave a deft pass to Dan John, who burst through the defence, skipped past the fullback, and for all money was in for the try, if not for a fantastic last-ditch tackle. A hard battle later at the ruck, and Exeter managed to secure the ball, and Armstrong had hands on it. He fired it straight out wide to outside centre Max Cortis to score his third try of the season in the corner. That wasn't the end of the half though, as with just a minute left on the clock, Loughborough were on the Exeter try line once again. Initially they kept it tight, but once penalty advantage was claimed, Loughborough fired the ball out wide. The Exeter defence was excellent, but it took this outstanding finish from James Langston to score in the corner for Loughborough. Reece Malone added the conversion from wide out to put the gap at 12 at the half-time break. The first actual second half went the way of Loughborough, but the attacking opportunity was snuffed out well by Armstrong and Barton Byfield on the wing. Exeter managed to draw the penalty straight away as Cortis' bomb forced a forward pass and back check from the Loughborough scrum half and the home side a penalty. Josh Barton from a long way out converted to restore the two score gap. Barton once again was at the heart of the next phase as his break led to Exeter commanding it towards the 22 metre line. The ball was then spread wide to Barton Byfield, who was brought down inside the 22, and Exeter were once again very much on the front foot. Despite the good attacking phase play, it led to nothing in the end, as there was an excellent turn up in midfield as Loughborough survived once again to start on their line. This wasn't to last long though, as a big hit in midfield forced a turnover, and Exeter again capitalised immediately. Max Cortis managed to draw a penalty out of this chip kick, but rather than going with the post, Exeter decided to take the line out. 5 metres out, it was thrown to Sam Higginson again, and the ball was set up once more. Despite initial good defence on Loughborough, Exeter eventually got the forward momentum going and began to drove towards the line. In all these piles of body leaps, the referee initially thought the ball was held up, but after a brief chat with the assistant referee, awarded the try for Ollie Leatherbarrow for his 7th of the season. Loughborough, just a couple of minutes later though, responded with a mauled try of their own, this time through open side flanker Ben Smith. Malone once again added the conversion, and the gap was again down to less than 2 tries. Loughborough had a chance to reduce that gap even further through try scorer Will Sanders, but it knocked some excellent defence from Benji Jotun to hold him over the try line. This was backed up once again by yet another piece of outstanding defence from the Exeter pack, this time Jared Williams being the hero, holding the ball up over the line. However, there was only so much pressure the Exeter forwards could take, as eventually the pressure told, and Loughborough had an opportunity once again, this time through a maul. With penalty advantage on their side, Loughborough tight head prop Mink Sharink managed to worm his way over as the maul splintered apart. With Malone adding the extra conversion, the gap was now down to just 6 points and Leicester's try for the first time since the opening exchanges. This wouldn't last long though, as Arthur Thomas put a huge amount of pressure on the Loughborough scrum half, charging down his box kick clear. A couple of phases later, Exeter managed to win the turnover thanks to a big hit, and Thomas once again came away with it and drew the penalty. After just scoring a try, just a minute later, Mink Sharink was sent to the bin for his cynical act, as Thomas wanted to present the ball back. Barton knocked over the penalty, pushed the lead back out to 9. From the resulting kick-off, Exeter won a scrum. Chester Rivens made this fantastic break from his own try line. The ball was then spread wide from Jake Murray and Josh Barton to find Ben Hammersley and Kofi Barton Byfield in space. Despite that coming to nothing, Exeter managed to win, and the next line out from Loughborough, as Scott Butterworth came away with it. The ball eventually found its way to Barton Byfield again, this time through the hands of Max Cortis. This eventually led to Exeter getting onto the Loughborough try line, and after looking to go left, Murray went to the right instead to find the towering throw-in of Arthur Thomas to score his first try of the season. Barton converted to go 6 from 8 from today's game, and Exeter came away with a resounding victory by 44 points to 28.